Hi guys. Another thing that we need to be doing for 8th grade is using the distance formula. Now, if you are given a coordinate plane and you know how to solve the Pythagorean theorem, you may use the formula for a Pythagorean theorem to solve this answer. Let me just show you the example. This is a coordinate plane, and if I give you 2 points, or 2 coordinate points, let's find out what this one is. We always start at our origin, and we always start on the x-axis. Okay, this being the x-axis, this being the y-axis. We always start by either going right or left. So I'm going to go over to 2, and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got this point as being 2, 10. Okay? I decided to start for this first one in quadrant number 1 because they're all positive numbers. For this point, point B, right over here, I'm going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up 2. So I have 10, 2 for this point. Now, if I'm given the points, okay, but I have a graph, all I have to do is make an L and make a right triangle. And that's pretty simple to do. I see that the points here are diagonal. They want me to find the distance between these 2 points. And if I count diagonally, it might not work out perfectly. So I'm going to go straight down, and I'm going to make my L right on these lines. Boom. And then I'm going to go over, just like that. There is my L. So these are my 2 legs for the Pythagorean theorem. And then I'm going to draw my line going across. And I'm sorry that's not perfect, but it's the basic idea. Okay, for this point now I'm counting the squares, or I'm counting the spots. So I'm going from here down, and I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8. And then I'm going to count going from B and over. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So both of these sides are 8. And what I'm trying to find is the distance from A to B, or the hypotenuse. Okay? Now, remember, I can make this A if I want. I can make this B if I want. And the C is what we're trying to determine. That's my question mark. So just as we know, we have the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, I know my A is 8. My B is 8. And my C, I still do not know at this point. Okay, in my calculator, I would do 8 squared, which I know is 64, plus 8 squared again, which is 64. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. 64 equals my C squared. From that point, I still need to add these 2 together. So 64 and 64. Okay, if you don't know, you can add them together in your calculator. It's 128 equals C squared. And your final step of the Pythagorean theorem is to take the square root of both sides. And I do not know that one in my head because it's not a perfect square. But I hit second, x2, 128, and enter. And I get 11.3. So 11.3 is equal to C. There we go. That's how you would solve it if you were given graph paper. Okay? Now, if we use these same 2 points and you were not given graph paper, you need to use something called the distance formula. And it's a pretty tricky formula to remember, but it's not that hard to actually do if you're willing to put the work in and plug the numbers in. I'm going to show you the distance formula. Distance between 2 points. Okay, let's pretend you were not given a graph paper. Okay, you didn't have any graph paper at all. But they said you have 2 points. A is 2, 10, and B is 10, 2. What's the distance between those points? And this is how you would figure it out. Okay, you're going to make a long square root, just like that.